Hi everyone, welcome back to the Dr. Sia channel. In the video here today, I'm going to talk about 3 ways the people who have a secure attachment are affected by the Black Lives Matter movement that goes on around the world today. Let's get started. Alright, so what are the 3 ways the people who have a secure attachment are likely to be affected by the Black Lives Matter movement that's going on around the world today? So, one of the first ways that people who have a secure attachment are going to be affected is that you're going to find them probably engaging in useful activism. And what I mean by useful activism is not peaceful activism. I don't think that the only activism that's useful is completely peaceful. I do understand that sometimes we have to fight back when we are completely oppressed, murdered, raped, etc., for centuries and centuries and centuries. I do understand that. But what I mean by useful activism is that the people who are securely attached are typically able to think and feel at the same time. They're able to muster up their energy, their rage, their anger about what's going on and doing things with that actually matters. So these are going to be the people who are out there today, right now, which is the majority of the Black Lives Matter movement, for example, people out in America who are protesting, who are doing something about it, who are yelling their rage, who are letting people know how furious they are, who are contributing to the cause in one way or another, financially, emotionally. They'll be engaged in the movement in the most useful possible way that would further the agenda of the movement. Because these people, the securely attached, can think and feel at the same time. And I just want to point out that that's the majority of people in any population, and that is definitely the majority of the population in the black people in America today as well. And that's what most of them are doing, despite what the news want to tell us, that all they're doing is going around killing people. That's just not true. In fact, I don't even know anyone. Anyway, don't get me started on the news. Whatever. Okay. So let's get on to the second way the people who are securely attached are going to likely to be affected by the Black Lives Matter movement. The people who are securely attached, often what happens is when they are stressed or when they are distressed or when there's things going on in the world for them, they will connect to other people. They will grab the people around them who are close, who are caring, who they share their miseries with, but also their joys with. They're going to huddle in with those people today. So they're going to find that they're going to pull on their friends, they're going to pull on their families, they're going to pull on their social circles to figure things out, to move forward, to help soothe their own emotions within them, and to also help other people with their own feelings about the intensity of this and the severity of what's going on around the world here today. So that's the second way that the securely attached people will act. Basically, they'll huddle in with all of their loved ones. The third way that people who are securely attached will be affected by the Black Lives Matter movement is that they will ultimately, if we really think about it, they will ultimately, as they always do, find a way to make sense of everything that is going on. That's one of the biggest abilities, one of the biggest gifts that children who have caring, comfortable, reliable, close parents get. One of the biggest gifts is this idea of mental flexibility. They'll be able to figure out what is going on. They'll be able to take position that is healthy position, that is necessary position. They'll be able to fit what's going on in the Black Lives Matter movement today within their worldview. So they won't be shocked and get PTSD, for example. They won't be so shocked by what's going on that they'll self-harm, for example. Instead, they'll be able to slot this into their emotional and intellectual understanding of how our world functions. In America, there's a clear way about the way that things function. The people who have money, the people who are in power, the people who are in government, the country, or more or less, is driven for them. That's not something new. That's not conspiracy. That's not me saying it. That's basically everyone saying that. So they'll be able to understand that they'll also be able to hold that idea at the same time as this idea that people who are black in America have been oppressed, murdered, raped, enslaved, and in every way possible experienced injustice over and over and over and over again for centuries upon centuries. They'll be able to hold those two ideas together at the same time as being able to look in the mirror and go, what have I done about this? I've done nothing about this in the past. I've been oblivious to the severity of these issues. I've been oblivious to my own actions, to how I've contributed to one side or the other. They'll be able to hold all of the hurt and the pain and the confusion that is caused and do something useful with it, make sense of it somehow. And that sense that they make is likely to bring them closer to the community, closer to the Black Lives Matter movement agendas, and closer to what we would hope, and not just America, but for black people around the world, they end up after I suppose if the agenda is met, if they actually succeed, if we all succeed in making sure that racial equality happens around the world. I hope this video was useful to you. I'm really trying to express things that are really complicated, but put them down in sort of the most simple way that I can express them. Of course, there's not just the three ways that people who are securely attached are affected by the Black Lives Matter movement. There are other ways as well. And if you know about them or you want to talk about them, let me know down in the comments below. I often read the comments. Whenever I get the chance, I reply. So let us know what you think. Let your friends know what you think about this video. Please share this video. Press the subscribe button. Press the bell button so you see my face pop up whenever you're sitting and listening, or on YouTube or on your phone. And also, please make sure you check me out on Insta, where I have a sort of @DrSia, where I post a lot about secure attachment as well. All right, thank you, and I'll see you next time.